Mr. McCoy, where were you when the wall came down?
I was sitting in Frankfurt watching TV at the time, and I was watching German news and watched the people started crawling over the wall. I was there for the entire time. I watched as Germans started to drive through the holes in the wall in their little trobbies for the next 2 years. There was a huge feeling of elation in Germany at the time. Now they look back on it with a little bit of trepidation. They understand that this required a tax obligation that they're really not all that excited about right now. The average German is now paying 7% more taxes as a result. So that's one side of it. But the other thing is the country is finally united. The Berlin can now be the capital of the real Germany. They have actually they've formed some very strange partnerships between former East and former West, because there is a division, whether they know it or whether they're willing to admit it or not. I can tell some stories about these, but we won't go into that right now. That's where I was.
How did you feel?
How did I feel about
that fact?
Well, having been there for 20 years, working in the NATO environment, I realized that the era had come to an end, and we were having to make some changes. We were going to have to make some changes very soon, and that was just prior to our going into Iraq. That was before the actual invasion of Kuwait by Saddam Hussein. So it was a very strange situation. Everybody didn't really know what direction their company was going to have to go in, what their businesses were going to have to go in. But it was very, very strange. I mean, things like used car market shot overnight to double what it had been before. Wow. Used cars were actually approaching the cost of new cars at the time. Wow. Simply because there was such a huge demand for Western cars in the East.
Yeah. So it sounds like actually an exciting time, though.
It was. We started going into Russia and doing some things, and it became the wild, wild West from a business standpoint. And we were approaching the whole business from a Western aspect, and the Russians, the Eastern Europeans really didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
They got caught we were both caught by surprise. Because when the wall came down, a lot of other barriers came down.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
You're welcome.